Hi guys, Captain Velo here. Welcome back to part 2 of my LED CREE 5000 lumen light review. I did do the first one about a week ago, let you know just a little bit of an unboxing, went through what was in the box and so on. I did say that I'd have a good go with it on my commutes to work and let you know exactly what I thought about it. So this will just be a little bit of an overview, and I've got a little bit of a demo for you to have a look at as well. So yeah, the light itself I've been using every morning. I've been going to work sort of 5:30, coming back 4ish in the afternoon, so it's been pretty dark in the morning, pretty dark of an evening. First thing that I've sort of sorted out for that commute is just the cabling. They're quite decent length, and obviously if you leave them they end up dragging out all over the place, so a couple of cable ties, put them together. Different people might want to keep them in different positions, but I've just cable tied both the light itself and the battery. The light itself has been fantastic. Being able to see so much more, especially in the mornings, because of the 3 lights, being able to physically get a wide beam across the road, and I've definitely seen a bit of a difference in the motorist reaction to it. Having the 2 that I had before, which I'll show you in a little minute in the demo, a couple of 300 lumen ones just weren't sufficient enough. Too many cars pulling out on me. So being able to use this one with a lot more sort of power to it has definitely made a difference in that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll sort of spur people on to use it. Being able to use the actual button itself on the rear, really easy because it's so big. Got a decent amount of use on that, and to be fair, it works even with great big thick winter gloves on that I've been using throughout the week. So obviously with that does help. You don't have to mess around with taking your gloves off when it's cold. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it, really happy it's worked really well. The battery, I ran this, I fully charged it. The charger that it comes with, it's actually downstairs, it tells you when it is fully charged. The battery itself, regards to commuting, my commute's about half an hour. So half an hour there in the morning, half an hour there back of an evening. And the battery lasted on medium setting, so you've got low, medium and high. The battery lasted nearly 3 days. So there and back Monday, there and back Tuesday, there on the Wednesday, and then half the way back on the Wednesday. So that was on medium, like non-flashing, so constant. So I was pretty happy with that. That's nearly 3 days on the medium. So the equivalent of possibly 2 hours 45, I would say. And I think for a £16 5000 lumen light, the battery life of that on medium is pretty good. So I'd probably estimate on low, you could probably drag that out by maybe another sort of 45 minutes, and on high probably knock half an hour to 45 minutes off that. And on flashing, you're probably going to get, I reckon, I'm going to test it next week, but I reckon I could probably get a whole week's worth out of flashing potentially. So, but I'll be testing that. Couple of only little niggly points that I've found, nothing major. Be careful with the battery pack itself. So you've got a little bit of a casing, the way that the cable moves, it's started to come away a little bit, nothing dramatic. And as you can see on there, it's just sort of thinning out a little bit, so I'm going to take that up a little bit more. And then the only other thing is the little rubbers. So the little rubber pieces that come to fit to the frame, really good attachment for on and off, you can't beat that. But the way it hooks on, as you can see at the bottom of the light there, 2 little hooks onto the frame. Now I have found a couple of times where I've unhooked it, taken it off the bike when I'm going into work, and the little rubber piece has fallen on the floor. So be really careful. I am tempted to potentially super glue the one end and then super glue it onto the front of the light itself on the hook, so it stays there. I don't want to lose that. So if you lose that, it does come with 2, but one of them is a shorter one. So if I lose that, I'm pretty screwed. Onto the demo, with the magic of video production, a little click of the fingers, and you'll bump into myself out in the dark somewhere, and I'll show you these lights and how they work. Okay. Hi guys, thanks for switching over to me out here. Not the most ideal conditions. It's not exactly that dark. I think the snow's reflecting a lot of it, but it'll still be a good enough sort of look at the little demo of the light itself. So I brought out my old lights. So this one, as you can see, This is just a little 699 300 lumen light that I brought from Aldi. Rechargeable, pretty decent, but at 300 lumens it's not massive. Quick little bit on this one. As you can see there, 3 different settings, out to the tree line, reflecting and back, so on. You can still see it's got quite a decent spread on it, and I normally use 2 of those when I'm out on the bike. And then obviously with the darker nights I decided that I wanted something a bit brighter, as I mentioned. So I'll show you obviously the demo for this one. So you'll have to bear with me because it's a little bit tricky. So you've got a nice big blue button on the back, green light, blue button there to the right of my thumb. So if you tap that, that's the first mini setting, lowest. You then got medium and high, and look at the spread and the difference in the beam that you've got on that. And then when I'm turning it round, not the best, as I say, for the conditions, but there's a massive amount of light there. And then obviously if you hold it in, you then get your flashing as well. Okay, so beam, so off, low, medium and high. Okay, hopefully that gives you a little bit better look at it. It's not perfect, obviously the conditions aren't perfect, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. And as I say, if anyone's got any more questions on it, then hopefully, fingers crossed, if you leave me a comment, I can give you a bit more of an overview and go from there. Apart from that, we'll get back inside where it's nice and warm. And welcome back again, guys. Fantastic. The joys of video production. Hopefully that wasn't too cheesy. So just to summarise, really happy with this light. $16.99 off eBay. If anyone is, there's loads and loads out there. If you dig around and find UK sellers with good feedback, the guy I bought this from had got 19,000 sales of different objects, good reviews on these, and he'd got a 99% rating on it. So if you want the exact guy I bought this from, let me know either in the comments or give me a shout on my Twitter page and I'll drop you the link to it. That's not a problem. And hopefully, fingers crossed, you can make use of this as well. Just in comparison to a lot of others, there are people out there that go out and buy hundreds of pounds worth of lighting, and to be honest, this setup for $16.99, even if it was lasting 12 months, you could buy another one next year and the year after and the year after, and you could still do it for the next 10 years and still not spend as much money as some of the big boy lights. So as good as they are, and as decent as they come across with the branding, that's fine. But for myself, on a budget, I can't fault this. It does really well. And the biggest thing about it, I can see the road, it's what I need to see, but my biggest priority is making sure that those motorists can see me, and I definitely have noticed a difference in that. So fantastic light, highly recommend it. If anyone wants the link, by all means. If not, get yourself on eBay and have a look at them. If anyone else has got any questions about it, by all means give me a shout and we'll have a look to go from there. Cheers guys, take care, all the best, bye bye.